Hey guys, this is Tara from Teaching on Lemon Lane. I just wanted to pop on and tell you about one of my most favorite products. I love this one so much, and I think it's because it took me the entire summer to put together. It was after my first year of teaching, so I created this for my second year, and it was honestly just to help me out. Basically what it is, it's a student planner and either a morning workbook or home workbook that you can use throughout the entire school year. What's beautiful about it is that you have 4 daily math problems and 1 ELA language kind of grammar problem for the day. I'm going to take you on a tour of it. I think you're going to love it. Like I said, it's one of my absolute favorites. It helped me a ton when I was first starting out. So whether you are new to 5th grade, by the way, welcome, congratulations, you landed in the best grade that there is, or a seasoned 5th grade teacher, there's something about this kind of planner, morning work, or homework hybrid that I think everyone will love and enjoy. So I'm going to take you on a little tour and let me know if you have any questions about it. Okay, so here's the pretty little planner. Be warned, I will refer to it as a planner, but remember that it is so much more than that. As far as cover options go, this is using kind of the more white template that allows students to customize their own. The blank templates are nice because it individualizes them, which also makes them very easy to find who belongs to who if ever a planner kind of comes up missing. So that's kind of a fun part of it. There are 4 cover options that you can pick through, and there are more being added as well. So let's go ahead and walk through it. On the inside, I always like to put a poem. The reason I do that is my own 5th grade teacher started. She actually had all of the 5th grade students, myself included, memorize Robert Frost's The Road Not Taken. And that is something that I treasure today. So I wanted my students to have something similar. I have them memorize Good Timber. It's my absolute most favorite poem ever. It's got a great message, leads to beautiful discussion, and it's something that I really think can be a strength that they can kind of rely on throughout their lives. So that's a poem that I have them work on throughout the year, so I include that in the planner. So in the download, I'll include a template where you can put your own poem that means something to you that you want the students to work on throughout the year. Also what we have is these planner inserts. Remember that the planner itself and these inserts are available for separate purchase, but they are all included in this kind of hybrid of a planner. So you've got the All About Me. It just personalizes this book for them so they can kind of be excited about it. Great for back to school. My favorite section is this My Password Tracker. In school, you use a lot of different websites, which requires a lot of different passwords like Google Classroom, their email, logging on to check their grades, all sorts of things. I used Front Road a lot. This is a great way. They can keep track of the website, their username, and their password. This book goes with them everywhere. So it's with them at school, it's with them at home. That way they don't ever have an excuse as to not being able to log in and kind of get started. Other inserts, books I have read, they can rate it. Books that they want to read, they can keep track of recommendations from their friends or the librarian or family members. You also have a really great math reference sheet, great for 5th grade as well. You're going to love this. My measurement anchor chart, you've got both the customary system and the metric system. You'll notice the King Gallon illustration. This comes in handy a ton when we get into the measurement unit. Okay, now we get into the planner pages. You'll notice the different aspects of it. You've got your spelling words, what's happening at home, what's happening at school. I had them do Front Road, so this is where they would record their minutes, parent initials, just to make sure they saw it. They could keep track of their reading minutes. If you're looking at this and saying this doesn't fit what I'm doing with my own schedule, totally fine. I've got 16 different planner layouts, so there's surely one in there that you can customize, and if not, let me know. Some of my best pages for this planner came from the suggestions of teachers to meet their own needs, so you let me know and I'll make sure that there's one that can work for you. Also, a little hint, one of the first week assignments that I do is as a class we go through and we put in every single date into our planner. That way they don't have to worry about that, and we can write in our breaks, the Thanksgiving break, spring break, all of that. So we get that done at the first of the year, so that's extremely helpful. Okay, next cool part. These next pages are like your daily workbook. So you can either be using this for morning work, a math starter, or even their homework throughout the year. What I love about this is that you're getting 40 weeks worth of work and the students always know what's required of them. Will always be 4 math problems and 1 language problem per day. It starts with 4th grade curriculum, so it's a great kind of refresher to kind of break them into what they should have been learning last year, a great assessment for you to get an idea of where some gaps are before jumping into everything. You have 4 weeks of 4th grade spiral review. That also gives you enough time to jump into the 5th grade material. One of my biggest issues with homework is that I would be sending students home maybe with homework that we had just barely talked about in class, and they weren't confident in it, the parents weren't confident in it, and it just led to a lot of unnecessary stress. So from that point, I learned that if I was ever to send home homework, I made sure that it was something that the students knew and that we had been working on for weeks. So they should be confident, they should know where to start and what to do, and it shouldn't be this stressful thing. I also never assign anything that's going to take more than 15 minutes. What's great as well is as you jump into the 5th grade material, you'll go about 4 weeks and then it begins to spirally review everything that has been covered in the weeks previous. So you'll get the new material again, spiral again. So with your teaching, if you're sticking to the kind of outline that I have, or you can switch it around to your own curriculum map, it's always spiraling back. They're always getting that nice review. It should be something that they know. It should be familiar. So extremely helpful. And again, 4 math problems and 1 language problem. Let me show you how it all kind of works. So as was mentioned, you get 40 weeks worth of just awesome 5th grade material. It starts with that 4th grade review for about 4 weeks, and then you jump into every single standard Common Core aligned that's required of 5th graders. So I'll kind of give you a brief little outline of that. There we go. I only did 32 weeks because that's how long we were in school. So let's go back to one of those first pages. You'll notice here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 math problems. We're starting with place value to get an idea of their understanding there. So Monday they have their 4 math problems, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they always have a 5th language or ELA question. What's super cool about this, so I've got them in gray so that they're kind of separated. You can keep track of their daily score, but right down here is my favorite part about the language. For me as a first year teacher, I struggled to work in language, and I knew that the students needed it, and I knew that I needed to find a way to kind of work it in. A lot of it can be self-taught or kind of self-reviewed. And so what we have down here is thing that's being taught up here for that language standard. Students can go through and read an example, see some non-examples, and then apply what they know here. Based on your students' understanding, you can zoom in on what it is that they actually need in those language standards. So again, on every single one, you've got your topic here. It gives a brief description, and it takes the students through. That was probably something that was a huge help to me for just knowing what it was that we needed to really cover in class and what it was that they did well already. So that was extremely helpful. That pretty much covers it. So super excited. It's one of my most favorite products I've ever created. I think it's because I needed it so much. And also that I put so much work into it because I knew that I needed it that badly. So I love it. I've also included some kind of intricate grit and growth mindset coloring pages that can be added to the back of it. It's great for a fast finisher. It's something they can work on if they've got everything that you've required done, and a good kind of decompressing thing to do. Let me know if you have any questions. I would love to hear what you think, if you have any suggestions or thoughts. Thanks, guys. That's everything. I can't wait to hear what you think, and we'll catch you later.